We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Under 368.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Move. 5.
And Dalton to throw. Going deep for Eifert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Any weapons? That's a what? 25. Here you go, can. 368. Hey, high 7.
Throwing, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
No. Check 99. 51 the mark, boys. 51.
Running with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Hey. Mike, 53. Mike. Now watch one. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 5.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On second down, here's Smith. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Take 4.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Shift. Watch the shift.
We're going to 54. 26.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Corey Legion able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Regular.
Mike 51. I'm scared.
Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike.
To try again after the sack. Dalton under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Corey Legion picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Motion. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That's it, baby. Go,
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
switch.
There we go, kill.
Check three. Shoot.
26.
On the counter, it's Henry. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, watch your legs.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it, baby.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
There we go.
58. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get some penetration.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Caught on the right side by Adams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
26.
57 to Mike. 57.
There we go, going to 53.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
26.
After the penalty, it's Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They run with Howard. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jordan Howard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
47.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Danny.
Go 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
58's Mike.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
26.
On second down, it's Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Dolphins 10.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
To throw here, Dalton trying to lay one up deep. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
57, Mike.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys. Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Line 8. We're going to 54. Line 8.
I smell fear.
Then we're going to 53.
Check 50. Check 50. That's 57 to Mike.
Prescott on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back. We go 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go, 46.
Check 52.
26.
On second down now, it's Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. A first down carry for Smith. And an alley to run. He's at the 30, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Dalton. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice game.
Oh, eluding the tackle. This one complete to Sproles. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You better bring it. You better bring it.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Dolphins 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Dallas. And even 60 yards.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the Dolphins' 18-yard line.
58 to Mike.
Under.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, here we go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Josh Gordon. Incomplete.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
We're going to 54. Why? We're going to 54. Why?
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Kill.
57 to Mike. Mike, 57.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
58-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right. Not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey. 53, Mike. Here we go, G. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Heavy.
Here we go. Shit.
Hey, help.
Dalton now to pass. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Bound to lose one. 53's the mic. Here you go.
93, 52, 93.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
61, matchbox, light.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey. Regular. 2 by 2. Move.
Hold.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that will be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Go. 2-by-2. Move.
Back to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Andy Dalton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
368. 58. Orbit. 53. 93. 52. 93. 44.
Dalton wants to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Regular.
All right, here's Dalton. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Robinson, a gain of 22 yards. And the Dolphin 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Nice.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. He can't
Move.
He's not going to get me. Check. 53 is Mike.
He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44. There you go. Hey, shoot.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
It's do or die for Dalton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.